Hi everyone, I'm Yogi Aaron, and today I'm going to break down handstand pose, a very popular pose. I will give you some safe and easy hacks to not only be able to go deeper, but to practice this pose more safely. Watch all the way to the end to get all the tips. Now before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Remember to like this video and leave your questions in the comments below so I can get back to you. Happy practicing! Namaste everybody and welcome. My name is Yogi Aaron and today we're going to talk about handstands, one of those yoga postures that so many people want to crack and be able to get into. The thing with handstand is this, you really need to be prepared to do it. Now when I talk about prepared, I'm not talking about years of training. I'm just talking about simply making sure that the body is prepared to get into it. There's a few postures to look at. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of them here, but if you really want the full explanation, check out my online gallery and I have a whole handstand course that just totally rocks and will completely change the way that you look and practice handstands forever. Suffice it to say, one of the most important things that you want to make sure that is activated, that is strong, is your core muscles. You want to make sure that the transverse abs and the obliques are activated. Now, notice I said the word activated and not strong. A lot of us already have strong muscles. You're strong because you're actually standing up. You're able to stand up and pick up the bag of groceries and run errands and move your body around. But sometimes you're walking along, you go and pick up something and then you're like, oh my God. And that's because some muscles were not activated. Again, doesn't mean that they're not strong. The muscles are there. They're just not completely connecting to your brain. So we want to do some muscle activation techniques to get these muscles strong and activated before doing our handstand. Now, that's one set of muscles. Now, the easiest way to activate those muscles is by doing plank pose. And you can actually do a little bit of an experiment and just kind of go up into handstand, just pick a wall and go up into handstand and do it, and then come back and do some of these muscle activation techniques and then go into your handstand again and feel the difference. It's like night and day. You're going to be like, wow, where did this body come from? Hello, look at me. So definitely getting the core activated using plank pose, one of the best ways to do it, okay? The second thing that we're going to do is make sure that our back muscles are engaged as well as our shoulders. And I'm going to show you the very simple hack to do that. It will completely make sure that the shoulders are activated and strong. So first of all, let's do the plank pose. So we're going to come down. Now there's a couple of ways you can do plank. If you're new to plank and have never done it before, what I invite you to do is just to bring your knees down to the floor and kind of walk the hands forward a little bit here. So you're not completely like a tabletop. You're coming forward just a little bit and you can play with it. And then just squeeze the abs. And that's good. If this is really new for you and you have never done this before, you're not as strong, you can't hold yourself up, that's fine. Start there and then build yourself up. Now, if you want to, you can do this with the hands underneath the shoulders. Find a neutral spine and squeeze the abs and then lift the knees up. Okay? And hold it there. And then bring the knees down. The other option here is to actually bring the elbows down and lift the knees up. Now this is a little bit harder because we're bringing our center of gravity closer to the ground. The closer we come to the ground, the harder it is. Okay, lift the knees up. And bring the knees down. And lift the knees up. And bring the knees down. Now when you're doing this, lift the knees up Try to drop the hips a little, lift the leg bones up, press the heels back, lift the heart, and down, and knees up, and down, and knees up, and knees down, and last one, knees up, and down. Who needs to do a handstand? That's all you need to do to get it going. If you're not feeling so stable in your life, if you feel like, oh my God, I just bent down to pick up my keys and my back hurts now. The reason for that is because the core needs to be stabilized. The core needs to be activated. It's lost its ability to contract and contract on demand. Reestablish the brain to muscle connection. The next pose that we're going to do is Shalabasana variation to get the back muscles activated and also bring the shoulders into it. So come and lie down onto your stomach and bring the arms out to the sides. Now you're going to lift the legs up, lift the chest up, and then bring the arms forward and squeeze the elbows and bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. And lift up as high as you can. And then slowly come down. Let the head rest. And lift the legs up. Now as you lift the legs up, work on lifting the femur bones up. Bring the arms forward. Lift the arms up as high as you can. A little bit of serratus, interior. Stabilize the shoulders and then squeeze the elbows back. Now we're really getting into the trapezius muscles. Huge muscle important muscle to stabilize the shoulder and the upper part of the back and neck. And come on down. Lift the chest up. Bring the arms forward. And squeeze the elbows. And come on down. Very good. Lift the chest up. Now again, if this is all that you can do at this moment, then just work on this. If you can, bring the arms forward. Lift the arm bones up and then squeeze the elbows back. Squeezing the shoulder blades to the spine, shortening the trapezius muscle, and come on down. Now, if you want to, you can actually start here. Legs up, chest up, arms up. And then squeeze. And come on down. Just one more time. One more time. Alrighty. Arms forward. Lift the legs up, chest up, arms up. And squeeze. This is going to be the last one, so lift it up. Lift it, lift it, lift it. And down. Alrighty. You did it. Okay, so now we're going to do the handstand. I would recommend finding a nice wall space to get this happening. Don't do this without a wall space if you're not used to doing handstand. You definitely want to make sure that there's nothing around you and that your space is clear. Alrighty? Now when you're doing handstand, come as close as you can comfortably to the wall. Don't come too far away. You want the shoulders to be over the wrists. This is really important in terms of stability and building your handstand structure up. So find your space as close as you can to the wall. And when you kick up, just kick up one leg. Keep that leg straight. A habit is for people to bend the knee and try and like bicycle up. That doesn't work so well. And you can play with it a couple of times. And there we go. You can play with this as much as you want to. But for further explanation on handstand, go and check out the online library. I have a great handstand course in there that goes through all the steps of how to get into handstand, especially if you're a newbie. But there's also some great hacks if you're more proficient at practicing handstand. Happy practice, everybody. Namaste.